My guest tonight is a three-term congressman from Maryland who served as lead impeachment manager during the 2021 trial and is the author of the book Unthinkable. He currently sits on the January 6th committee. Please welcome Congressman Jamie Raskin. Nice. There you go. Well, Congressman, thanks so much for being here.
The pleasure's all mine.
Nice to see you in person. I enjoyed your work in the 2021 impeachment. I think you made the case quite compellingly. And the committee just had their season finale after 8 episodes, and the reviews are good. And I really don't mean that facetiously. There were no duds. I think everybody who wanted the truth to get out there was quite impressed by the clarity, the density of the information, and how well presented and how easily understood it was. What do you think we learned, the public learned, from those 8 hearings that is most important to remember?
Well, it's a spellbinding story because it's the story of the worst presidential crime in American history. We had a president who lost the election by more than 7 million votes. It wasn't like it was close or anything. And he just refused to take no for an answer. Mm-hmm. So we saw him go to the legislatures to see if they would just void out the popular vote and install Trump electors. We saw him call up state election officials like Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, a lifelong Republican who had contributed handsomely to the Trump campaign, and say to him, just find me 11,780 votes. That's all I want. I mean, I'm a politician. That's all I want is 11,780 votes. And when none of that worked, then he decided he would put all the pressure on Vice President Pence to step outside of his constitutional role, to declare and exercise unprecedented, lawless power to nullify electoral college votes from Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, essentially vaporizing the votes of tens of millions of people. And when Pence, surprisingly to some people's standpoint, refused to go along with that and stood strong and showed himself to be a constitutional patriot that day, and over in the prior weeks, Trump summoned, convoked, incited, galvanized, and then sent a mob to the Capitol in order to overthrow the election.
That he knew to be armed.
And he knew they were armed, and nothing like that has ever happened in American history before. So, thank you for saying we did a good job, but we had a lot of material to work with there. But the point is, that, to my mind, that democracy is truly a fragile thing. I mean, before the American Revolution, everybody had lived under kings and queens and emperors and czars and people like Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. That's what life was like for most people. And our founders, as flawed as they were in different ways, had the insight to say, let's create a government based on the consent of the governed and democracy. And that is the radicalism of the American experiment. But all over the world today, the autocrats, the dictators, the bullies, the tyrants, the despots, they're all on the march.
Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think? At first, I thought that the previous president was some sort of anomaly, sort of like, an unknown mutant who just sort of appears and changes the course of history. But then my son pointed out to me, well, then, Dad, why is Orban there? And, where's Erdogan there? And why is Putin holding on to power? Why do you think this is something that is happening, if not in every time zone, in every hemisphere?
Well, it's like all the monsters of the 20th century have been revisited upon us, right? And, if you listen to President Biden, who has told this to us several times in coming to the Hill, he says, when those autocrats talk to him, they say, Joe Biden, you're a nice guy, you're a good guy, but in the 21st century, with climate change, which they all admit to be true behind closed doors, and with all of the immigration and so on, what the world needs is strong men. And you're not a strong man, you're not an autocrat, you're not a dictator. And so from Moscow to Mar-a-Lago, all the autocrats are working together to try to overthrow democracy, which is why the American people have got to hang tough for the good thing we've got going here, constitutional democracy.
Now, we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Congressman Jamie Raskin, everybody. Stick around.